It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads. Hey guys, not Ethan and Sarah Foreheads again. It's me, and I have a familiar face with me today. Hi Diana. Thank you for joining me this morning. It's good to have you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, let's get started. So in case you guys didn't hear yesterday, all the election things, I'm sure you've seen it everywhere, but I just want to give you guys a quick recap of like the big points. Lucas Kuntz won the Democratic primary for the Senate, and he will face off against Josh Hawley in November. Mike Kehoe won the Republican primary for governor. Crystal Quaid won the Democratic one for the governor, so they're going to compete in November. And then Jim Arnott was reelected for Greene County Sheriff. And then the people of Missouri voted no for the exempt child care property taxes, and they voted yes for increasing police funding. So there are the highlights in case you were still curious as to what happened. So
I hope everybody's happy.
I hope so too.
No,
Usually not everybody's happy.
No, everybody is not happy at all, but you know what? It is what it is. So
you can't please everybody, but
get out and vote.
It is what it is. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Well, moving on to some exciting news. This is pretty fun. The Springfield Regional Arts Council announced their first edition of Bad Art by Good People. This is pretty fun. It will debut at the First Friday Art Walk on Friday, September 6th at the Creamery Arts Center, which is just nestled by Hammond's Ball Field and by Jordan Valley Park. Bad Art by Good People teamed up with the community leaders and local artists to create art pieces inspired by for their love of Springfield. Leading up to the September Art Walk, local artists are going to mentor leaders in our community. We'll tell you who those leaders are on art sessions, encouraging the expression of unique perspectives and passions. So some of the community leaders are Callie Carroll. She is on Springfield City Council, and she's a big leader in our community. I'm sure she'll have some really fun stuff, as well as Erin D'Anastasio, Executive Director of the Hatch Foundation, and Brandy Harris, CEO of Boys and Girls Club of Springfield. So you've got some strong female talent there.
Yeah.
I don't know how good they are at art. I'll just say that. And I know all of these ladies, they're amazing individuals in their own right, but I think it'll be fun to see what art they come up with.
Yeah, for sure. And there were a few more on that list, but the only one that I've met is Erin, and she's super sweet. So it's I'm really excited to see what they come up with. It's just really cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So the Greene County Commission is hosting a meeting today, and it's to give some information to clear up some confusion regarding transportation in the county. So the commission originally had a meeting scheduled for earlier this summer, and it was canceled. But following recent misinformation, they've decided to hold a meeting to clear up that confusion. So the District 1 Greene County Commissioner, Rusty McClan, I'm so sorry if I'm not saying your name right. Yes. He says there's
I think I've messed it up entirely too.
I'm
not
so
helping
sorry,
at all.
If you're listening, Rusty, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. There is a request for the state to fund a study to decide on how to progress transportation on routes such as James River Freeway and I-44 in the future. So there is no goal, or there is a goal to see the future, but there's also no immediate call for action. So they're just kind of talking about it, trying to plan for the next couple decades as our town and county are growing at the rate that they are. So yeah, no dirt's going to be moved. These kinds of things take decades, and this is just step one of that improvement process. So,
well, I'm glad they're doing another meeting because of a misinformation. Oftentimes people can kind of misconstrue things. And so it's good that they're doing that. So,
yeah.
All right, get this. There are changes coming at Costco. Y'all, be on the lookout. They have started using a new verification process for customers entering the warehouse stores. They've started scanning membership cards at various locations to crack down on unauthorized membership usage. So people using other people's cards, you ain't going to get away with that anymore. Sorry.
Don't do it.
Bad news today. But Costco has long done membership checks before entering, and it began testing this new way to do it in January. So instead of just flashing your card to an employee as you walk in, you might be asked to scan the back of your card as well as show a photo ID along with it before you can get in to Costco. So be on the lookout for this in Springfield as they get ready to roll this out nationally. And don't completely freak out, because if you have a friend, like I don't know, everybody out there, I have a Costco membership. Maybe everybody's going to want to go with me when I go do my Costco run, because you can go in with other people who have a valid Costco membership. So you just can't go in like rogue and with
by yourself.
Grace's, pretending to be Grace ain't going to fly anymore, folks. You got to steal her ID too. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
for real. Don't do that, but that's what you'd have to do. Yeah.
Right.
No,
right.
Chris, we have a Costco membership, and Chris just went like this past weekend and they scanned his card. So it is happening here. So beware.
Yeah, I'll have to be prepared and actually have my driver's license with me.
I know. I think if you have your picture on your card, you should be okay. But if you don't have your picture on your card, they might ask for your ID. So just be prepared.
Their deals are that good.
They are. They're protecting them.
Yeah.
All right. White River Valley Electric Cooperative, known as the WRVEC, has announced $50,000 in grant money that is available to organizations in the county that the co-op serves. So it's a really cool thing. It's for community-driven projects in Taney, Stone, Christian, Douglas, and Ozark counties. It's designed to grow these areas that are more of the rural areas in the Ozarks. These grants can be used for things such as community gardens, arena improvements, lighting updates, new welcome signs, human trafficking awareness, and even culinary programs for kids are the list that they gave for what these grants could be used for. So the VP of the co-op said that part of growing rural communities is meeting people where they are and fitting needs with resources. We are humbled and proud to be part of this process. So if you are wondering about these grants and how you could apply for the next round of them, just go to the WRVEC website and you can find that out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, here's a little familiar thing, and you'll recognize this once I kind of go into the story. But a Monette Playground manufacturer, so playground manufacturer, has entered into a partnership with a company behind the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Many of us are really familiar with the book that was originally published back in 1969. And according to the news release, Little Tikes commercial, the Monette-based division of the parent company PlayPower Inc. will design and make playground equipment based on the children's books of Eric Carle. So Little Tikes Commercial's first products through the partnership will be freestanding climbers. So for the little kids out there, and focused on the shapes of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. So of course, there's going to be little caterpillars in there. But officials say that the equipment is available for ordering starting this month. Hello, backyards and parks everywhere. Get them on speed dial.
Exactly. It's cool that it's like in Monette that they've got this place. And yeah, my son Lucas, he was obsessed. He had like one of the little caterpillars. It was like a bouncy one, and so like he would just ride around the house on it. It's a staple in our house for sure.
Well, it makes kids want to go back to the playground. Like, I want to go to the caterpillar playground. I think it'll be a really neat icon for those kids in those formative years. So that's
for sure. All right, we're talking about it again because tomorrow night is our Cardinals game, sponsored by Around the Ozarks. So the theme is Ultimate Date Night. They've got a big ticket package we've been talking about for $65 for a whole couple, and it's got 2 tickets, dinner and dessert, 1 adult beverage per person, and a rose from Lily's Floral, and you get all of that for 2 people for $65. You can upgrade for $10 to add a game-used baseball and special access to watch the fireworks on the field. And those fireworks are sponsored by Around the Ozarks. And then the deadline for that ticket package, though, is today at noon. So you need to make sure that if you want to get that big ultimate date night package, you get it today before noon. And yesterday we posted about who should throw out the first pitch. It's going to be Ethan or Sarah. And last time I checked, Sarah was winning by a landslide. So if you have not
surprised me.
I know. If you have not voted yet, go look for that post on our page and you can vote for which person you want to throw out the first pitch. It'll be fun.
Oh my goodness. I actually, and Ethan's going to kill me for saying this, but I think that Sarah's actually probably gonna throw it better.
I know. It's funny.
I mean that in the nicest way, but like she is so athletic.
I know. That's
And
what some of the comments were saying. They're like, we all know that Sarah's the athlete here, okay?
well, she's far more competitive than Ethan is.
For sure.
Ethan would give it a really good go. Let's be honest. So I'll be curious to see what happens.
So far, last time I checked, Sarah was winning. So if you want to vote, go vote.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And do the date night package. That sounds so fun. I mean, if you're dating someone, what's like the perfect night? Or if you're married and you need a little spunk in your marriage, do this. That's so fun. Yeah. Well, it's also the last week to enter our anniversary contest in honor of 2 years of Around the Ozarks News and 1 year of Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer. There's a really fun contest, this fabulous contest. All you have to do is go to aroundtheozarks.com to enter. One lucky winner is going to win all of this cool stuff. $50 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse and Pub, like the most delicious restaurant ever. $50 card to Alamo Drafthouse Cinema, dinner and a movie. Fabulous. And a 4-pack of passes to Wonders of Wildlife. 2 adults, 2 children, 1 day general admission. And it is, I mean, you could spend all day there.
Yeah.
How fabulous is that? So that's really nice that you guys are giving that away.
Yes.
Good luck.
I know. I wish I could win it.
Yeah.
I wish I could win it. It's crazy. We were talking about the anniversary. I said something to Sarah the other day and I was like, can you believe that? Because the idea for this podcast was, it used to be called Around the Ozarks in 5 minutes. And
never happened.
It has never, ever been 5 minutes. Even right now. Right now, it's not 5 minutes, but no.
11 minutes.
I love what Ethan and Sarah have done with this and it's just super fun, but 2 years is crazy. So
well, and the stories that you get beyond, like the stories that they share, I mean, obviously they bring the great stories we need to know around the Ozarks, but they also share some pretty fun personal stories that you wouldn't otherwise get to hear. So
yeah,
keep tuning in, and it's been fun to listen to them every morning.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we've got this morning. So I hope you guys have a good Thursday. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Thursday. It's August 8th, and we're waking up with temperatures in the middle 60s. It feels pretty comfortable out there as of 5 o'clock in the morning. Get those morning walks in, especially if you're in the central and southern portion of the viewing area, because once again today, the big story is that there's a wide range of temperatures that I'm expecting across the Ozarks, and many folks will still be close to 90 degrees today. It will be a hot summer day, and the sunshine is back in full force by the time we get to this afternoon. Temperatures a bit cooler up in central Missouri, 80s for highs yesterday, the day before too, with some cloud cover. We are still expecting the coolest numbers to be up in central Missouri, places where the cold front that came through the other night affected first, and hence we have the cooler air settling in. A wide range in temperatures expected today, though, with still some hot summer temps down in northern Arkansas and areas south of Highway 60. I think are going to be in the low 90s. So places like Table Rock, Bull Shoals, still a lake day in the forecast today. We have unsettled weather to our west. We also have unsettled weather to our east, and we are here in the middle with very little in the way of rain chances and some cooler weather that's going to head our direction as we get closer to the weekend forecast. In fact, it will be much cooler by this weekend. Today, we have high temperatures in the 90s for many still. Tomorrow, though, we're back to the 80s, and we could be in the upper 70s for highs by Saturday. It's really going to be a nice weekend to get outdoors, but I do introduce a rain chance into the forecast by the weekend too. That's also positive for many. I know the ground is getting kind of dry in some places. The grass is looking a little bit brown. So we could use a little shower, and it looks like that will be possible for our western counties on Saturday, and then a small chance for some more widespread rain by Sunday. Still only about a 50% chance though by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. This morning, we're waking up in the middle 60s, but the sunshine's going to do its job today, especially along and south of Highway 60. That's where temperatures will get into the low and mid 90s for highs today. Compare that to the mid 80s up in central Missouri. Lake of the Ozarks a bit cooler today. Along I-70 will be in the low to mid 80s across the region. So we are looking at some cooler conditions up north. Temperatures overnight will fall back into the mid 60s for lows. That's where we start the day on Friday morning. We will all notice a big cool down on Friday with mid 70s in central Missouri, mid 80s for us here in the Springfield area. And then I think we're all in the low 80s by the time Saturday and Sunday roll around. As I mentioned, I think there will be some places with highs in the 70s on Saturday. So some nice, cooler summertime temperatures are on tap for us. All while we're getting some quiet weather here in the Midwest, there's considerable flooding going on from Tropical Storm Debbie, expecting to impact the Carolinas again today. It's a very slow-moving storm system, so it hasn't made a lot of progress out of the region. It continues to dump rainfall on the East Coast. We also, by the way, have rainfall that's incredibly strong, monsoonal rains and storms happening for the Southwest and the Four Corners region. There's also excessive heat in the forecast today from areas like the Southern Plains back through the Tennessee Valley. Cooler air does look to be on tap for those regions, though, by the time we get to the weekend as well. So relief in sight for many in the Midwest and the Southern Plains. As we look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day, this was for all of you Disney fanatics. What was the first Disney animated feature movie that was not based on an already existing story? And the options that I gave you were A, Beauty and the Beast, B, The Aristocats, C, Robin Hood, or D, The Lion King. D, The Lion King is the correct answer. The Lion King was the very first Disney animated feature film to be an original story that was released on video. It came out in 1994 and it was part of the Disney Renaissance era. Man, I love The Lion King. I still love The Lion King. Such a good one, such good music. I mean, just a classic. No wonder it's part of the Disney Renaissance era because it's just such a good one. All of the other stories, by the way, the other options on that list, Beauty and the Beast, The Aristocats, and Robin Hood, were all Disney stories before their animated films were made. The Lion King was the first to be released that was not already based on an existing story. So congrats if D, The Lion King was your answer. You're now entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee. Here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. For all of you that have been enjoying the Olympics, what sport were women allowed to play in the Olympics for the first time? Do you think it was A, gymnastics, B, swimming, C, tennis, or D, volleyball? Let me know your guess. You can do that at aroundtheozarks.com. I appreciate you so much for listening this morning. If you have been enjoying the podcast, please leave it a review wherever you get your podcasts. You can also log on to the website to enter the Brain Twister trivia question for tomorrow for your chance to win $20 to Scooters. And while you're there, you can also enter our anniversary contest. It's $50 gift card to Jim's Steakhouse, $50 also to Alamo Draft House. And then we also are giving away passes for Wonders of Wildlife. So a pretty awesome giveaway there. You can find that contest running at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks to Rescue Towing and to Scooter's Coffee for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thank you for starting your day with me on this Thursday. We'll chat again early tomorrow. Have a great day.